Hello there, and welcome back to Yggdra Union. Last time, we managed to fend off the pursuers and we got introduced to the Union mechanic, the core of the game. And now we continue our journey from West Orlando to East Orlando. It's so nice seeing on the map where things are.
After saving Durant, Yggdra's royal army raised its banners to smash a disorganized Imperial Army unit. The victory was only temporary, but the royal army's Imperial pursuers were forced to delay their next attack. The Imperial Army's Orlando Patrol was being supported by 3 forts used as supply depots in the east. The Royal Army moved forth to capture these posts, while the Imperial Army's pursuit was on hold.
So, battlefield number 4, East Orlando.
It's been a long trip. Where are we going anyway?
Our destination is the sovereignty of Embelia.
Embelia? What's that?
The nation our kingdom has long been friends with. I'm sure they will offer us their assistance.
But first, Princess, we have a more pressing task. There are lookout stations at the border of the sovereignty. They are currently being used as supply bases by Bronchia. We must be ever vigilant as long as they're active.
But if we burn them down...
They won't be able to chase after us.
Precisely. The enemy has suffered major losses thanks to us. There shouldn't be many guards here at the moment.
Nice. Now that sounds like a plan.
The Royal Army is attacking! This post is our lifeline. We mustn't lose it. Yes, sir!
So, in order to win this map, we have to defeat each stronghold in order to make our pursuers slow down significantly. This time, the battle preparations actually matter. We have the option between not bringing or bringing Durant, except we don't, because we are forced to bring at least 3 units. Still, we took quite a beating last map. As you can see on the morale bar on Yggdra and Durant, it's rather low. So we'll use our preparation screen for the first time. I mentioned before that these medallions are exclusively used for morale recovery. You can have as many of them as you want. I will recover a bit of Durant's morale and a bit of Yggdra's. This is each item recovers a different amount of morale for each character. For example, the hairband, Yggdra's item, it fully recovers her morale back to full because it heals 4,000. However, for other characters, such as Nihenor and Durant, it doesn't help them at all. Recovers no morale for them. So items themselves are also character dependent, not only weapons. That was the right side of the screen. The left side is the equipment. We can use items to recover morale or equip them for various effects. For example, Durant right now has 3 gen, 3 attack, 2 tech, and 1 lock. But if we unequip his item, the Paladin Lance, he now has less luck and less gen. However, if we re-equip the Paladin Lance that he had, we can increase his gen stat and his attack stat by 1 star each, which you can see on the right side. The up symbol you see right there. Now that's strength. A very nice staircase. We can also sort our items by which one are equipable and which one are not. One can only use these 4 items, and well, it's fine for him to keep the Paladin Lance. As for the others, currently Millenor Silvermoon only boosts his tech stat, and Yggdra Silk Set only boosts her gen stat. Yeah, so I will not be changing any item, but we will be using a bunch of these items next time because Durant's item, which only lasts 1 more map, will be used by then. Whereas Millenor has at least 4 more maps of the Silver Moon, and Yggdra also has 4 more maps of her Silk Crusade. And they are perfectly fine items to use right now. And this time, we actually can't bring all of our cards. We'll have to leave 3 behind, and I already know my choices. First, I will sort cards by power. I will not be bringing Mirage. This card is a decent card to use, but I'll be bringing Sanctuary and Steel instead in order to power them up. Actually, I'll be bringing this card instead of Refreshment. This card is completely useless, and this one is even more useless. Not so useless, but also useless. Right now we can't use any of these card skills, but we want to increase their power for later, for once we can use the skills they have. So, let's begin the map.
Our targets are the enemy lookout stations. Defeat the soldiers inside, then burn the supplies.
Pretty self-explanatory. I want to move as much as possible because this is a group of sword users and lance users. So Durant should be able to handle them real easily. If I do this, I can attack this the garrison captain, the one we want to defeat, but that leaves Millenor exposed to the fencers, so I won't be doing that. Instead, I will be sending Durant in alone. He's more than strong enough to handle these guys. And since he will be fighting a consecutive battle, I'll showcase a slight advantage that large units have. But first,
stand your ground!
let's see Durant defeat the first fencer quite easily.
Good!
And this fencer has a geo defense of 40%. Thanks to his terrain.
Let us follow through.
Now then, look at Durant's HP. He has 4 HP instead of what should be 3 because of the battle penalty.
Stand your ground!
And this is because large units are affected differently by the battle penalty. Each 2 consecutive battles they will receive decreased HP instead of 1. So the first consecutive is no penalty, the second he gets the penalty, the third one he gets no penalty, and the fourth one he gets the penalty. So that makes large units quite resilient against battle penalties and continuous combat. Which is a good design because Durant is the vanguard, he wants to take on the attacks, and he's the one most likely to attack consecutively. Now I'll move Yggdra forward a bit. Yeah, this is fine. And then my turn. This time, the fencer moved off the terrain willingly, so he won't have the 40% defense
Don't fall behind!
from the 4 terrain when he loses. Now I will go a little passive in order to go more aggressive. This does influence things a little bit,
Stand your
which can
ground!
matter,
Good.
but only in close matches, not this one, which was very one-sided. And with no geo defense, he goes down quite easily. Now, go passive with it. 50% should be enough. And with
Stand
that,
your ground!
it should be a win with 1 HP. Yes! The fencer stood no chance.
Good!
This map is a nice break compared to the last one. It's mostly remembering your weapon matchups. Nice little break. Now, see, this is the 4 terrain. These 4 tiles offer a lot of defense. But, I can defeat this guy. Okay, so the thing I want to do is I want to position Milanor right next to the garrison captain so that he will defeat himself on Milanor. But I also want to keep Durant in the Union. How do I... Oh, right. I need 1 tile. I need 1 tile for Yggdra, and I need 3 to move... Plus 3 plus 3, 6 to move all the way over here. That means time for the Sanctuary Tile. Yes, this will do nicely. And I of course want Durant with his big attack stat to defeat the other guy. The one with more HP. More morale.
Here I
No. That should be able to... Yes, with the card power of Sanctuary and Yggdra's his Corset, he should be able to win this and deal enough damage to defeat him.
Thank you, everyone.
There he goes.
I challenge you!
No counter charge damage. That's the power of high gen stat. That's the common strength of Durant.
Stand your ground! Good!
And another easy victory. It's nice to have breaks like this in a while. Ugh. Unfortunate. But I can at least move nearer over here and get this. What's this? A book? Imperial Warfare 2. Too bad I can make heads or tails of it. It should still be fine. This guy should be able to defeat himself on Yggdra. She has 3 gen stat after all. then I can simply dogpile the garrison captain with all 3 of my units. I go passive with Yggdra, and sadly, yeah, she will lose this engagement. But Duran at least will defeat him. So you see the slow but sad death of Yggdra. Defeat rather, but it does deal to no moral damage. That's the other effect of the gen stat.
I'm not going down.
It allows you to take less moral damage when you are defeated. This time it's Leonor, but he should still be able to deal with maybe attack stat. Can he maybe defeat the Fencer? Unlikely, but man can dream. Yes, it will be an arrow loss, which is fine. Because now, Durant, who is also in the Union, will simply get rid of him.
Don't fall behind!
A strong counterattack for the Fencer with 2 battle penalty.
Good!
Easy as I said. Now it's nighttime. What is my strongest card? Let's use Flame. Is it? It might not be strong enough. Or it might be. The village is also closed, sadly. It's fine. I can simply do this to defeat the garrison captain. In fact, I can do this. We'll oppose you to the end. Prepare to battle, Imperial Army. Now, normally, sending Yggdra as sword user against a lance user is a bad idea. But this is sport terrain. And unless we forget, Yggdra has the 4th combat skill. These skills are very important, these combat skills. Always remember them, always make use of the terrain. And with this, the garrison captain should go down. Hopefully.
Alright, here we go!
I can simply use up all my aggressive gauge once again. As fast as possible. And the faster I win, the less rage gauge the enemy will have in consecutive battles. The easier he will be defeated by the other guys. Ah, rather strong. But like that, that holds the advantage. Plus 4, thanks to the 4th terrain. The strength of 4th combat, it goes all the way from -2 to +2.
Thank you, everyone.
Not doing much damage. It's defensive terrain for you. 40% damage mitigation.
Stand your ground!
Good!
And another victory. Make way! Coming through! We'll never fend them off at this rate. Now I will move Yggdra off this tile so that the garrison captain won't attack her. I simply move Durant forward, and the garrison captain should defeat himself on Durant. Now, before I end my turn, I want to mention the time and turn count, which I have been ignoring so far. Each phase is one turn. That means that turn 5 right now is my turn, and turn 6 will be the opponent's turn, and then turn 7 will be my turn once again. And each time my turn is reached, the time will pass and it will go from night to noon, then to evening. So this is the way you keep turn count when aiming for the quick clear bonus. I'm not doing the best of time against this knight because of that little mishap earlier with the fencer, but still be in good pace. Okay pace.
Lost!
Down goes the garrison captain. And he even dropped his medallion. Then again, he had low luck, so this was always gonna be the case. I'll choose Revolution in order to examine these villages. I used to be stationed at this fortress a long time ago. Of course, it's in different hands now. So have you been using the battle predictions? The winner are those who grasp their weapons and abilities. You can see those with the prediction marks. Got it? Listen up, if you don't like to lose. And the other village. I am the twin brother of the other old man. I was a strategist around these parts before I retired. Though that was a long time ago. So, do you understand what all the stats mean? Keen understanding of stats can make you unstoppable. That's how important they are. If you want to lose all the time, study them. It says study them, but nowhere does it say what they do. How does it? Well, first I want to take down the fort. No, I don't want to stay there. This position, like this. Use up all my movement before I move on to the next phase. To the victor, the spoils. Strategy succeeded. Gain control of East Stronghold 1.
One down.
Burn to the ground.
Good. The supplies here have been burnt to a crisp.
Let us move on to the next depot.
Commander, the Royal Army is heading this way. What? What happened to all the others?
We move to phase 2.
Is that the next one? All right, let's get to it.
Splendid.
Once again, I want to use as much movement as possible and train up my steel card which will be extremely helpful later. And actually, look right here. Yikes, they're here already? You better run while you still can. I missed the text. However, we can always check back on it by looking at the log. And of course, we can also change the voices on these... the voices of the dialogue between English and Japanese. But I'm going to keep it in English. I will also move Yggdra here in order to support with the axe users. And also move Durant down. Now, since the garrison captain will never move, Yggdra will always face off against the bandit. Unless, of course, it is defeated and the garrison captain fights alone. But that should not be the case, since the fort terrain should make the bandit unable to die in one round. 40% defense is nothing to sneeze at.
Get lost!
Man, only 2 damage. Yggdra's low gen stat is no joke. But that will change in due time. It might not look like it, but Yggdra will become quite strong later on.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, with 2 HP, it should not deal enough damage to defeat it in one round. It is not. And we're close to a level. How's that? Damn it! Where are the reinforcements? Slow down. Now then... in order to brush up on what the old man from here said, we can check what each stat does. The 4 basic stats, Gen, Attack, Tech, and Lock. And we can do so by looking at the manual. Here in the options, all the way down, there is the manual, which is a 48-page manual of different tips and tricks for the game. Now then, it should be in status, right? All the way to page 41. No, page 39, right here. The first stat, Gen, is your defense against charges, counter charges, and decreases the morale loss you get once you are defeated. The attack is your hand-to-hand combat strength, and it inflicts. It has a direct influence on how much damage to deal when winning combat. Tech stat, it's of course your offensive stat in how strong are your charges and your counter charges, and it also influences your offensive card skills. But that is not yet important. The important thing about tech is that the amount of skill gauge fill at the start of a clash is influenced by it. This means that Millionaire with the higher tech stat will be able to go aggressive more often than Yggdra and Durant who have a lower tech stat. That's why tech is the second most important stat in the game, second only to attack. But having a nice gen is always nice. We can see how Durant does well enough with a high gen stat despite having a low tech stat. Lastly, the lock stat, which influences critical hits, flash attacks, item drops, as I already said, as well as the number of turns a status effect lasts. Actually, I did not know that. But there is also flash attacks mentioned here. What exactly are flash attacks? Well, I'll mention them once the garrison captain engages in combat. Lastly, there is the reputation and the how up stat. The reputation is how many times you have won in a row. In the case of Minilor, it's 3 times. In the case of Yggdra, it's 2. The maximum you can get is 6 wins in a row, which Dawn has. And the other, the power-up stat, is this one that only enemies have, which indicates how much power your card will get once you defeat the enemy. In this case, the garrison captain gives 58 points. And this bandit, which we have weakened, no longer gives 40 points, but rather 24. Let's end turn and see what happens.
I'm not going down!
Now, we should be able to see a flash attack soon enough.
What you?
There! When that pop-up, when that small dialogue pops up and the character screams, that's a flash attack.
What you?
Flash attacks deal a little bit extra damage,
Get lost!
and they also have another effect that we will see much later. They are not that important at the moment, but they're just nice little bonuses that happen more often with units with higher luck. And Yggdra has a lower skill gauge because of her low tech stat. Excuse me. She has a lower skill gauge because of her low tech stats. Still, that's a win.
Thank you, everyone.
A rather narrow win. We can't exactly tell how much, can we? The answer, actually, is yes, we can tell how narrow a win is. But first, a level up. Minor got Gen Attack Tech, and Yggdra got Attack Tech Lock. Each level up is completely predefined. Whenever Minor gets level 4, he will always get 1 point in Gen Attack and Tech. And the same goes for Yggdra with her level 3. However, of course, the stat gains change from level to level. For example, Yggdra should gain yes, she gains 1 point in Gen and 1 point in attack when she reaches level 4. All these stats for each unit are predetermined, which means that the only way you can influence a unit's stats are with items and MVPs. And this is the main reason why items are so important, to tweak stats to your liking. Now, Yggdra will grow more or less how you see. She'll have a good gen stat, a good attack stat, bad tech and bad luck. Durant will of course have the staircase stats of high gen, high attack, lower tech, abysmal luck. Minor will also grow like this: high luck, tech and attack, particularly attack, and rather low gen. For most units, what you see is what you get. The way their stats are now is the way they will continue to grow, generally. There is not much deviation. And although it may not look like it, Yggdra will eventually become one of the best units in your army. He is a growth type unit. He will be forged in the cool fires of war. Now then, I want to defeat the garrison captain. I should be able to do it by moving Durant over here. Remove +2, that's fine. Is man changing off? Yeah, right, we can pick a card to train up. And I will of course pick Sanctuary. And move Durant all the way over here. They have knights with them? Too? This is not good. Surrender your fortress and no one will be harmed. If I engage combat right now, it is not ideal because Durant will be facing the axe unit and Yggdra will be facing the garrison captain. This is because positioning matters a lot with unions. The way they work is that they go in a clockwise manner. In fact, let's see the manual right here. Unions. Right here. X-type unions start from top right, and plus-type unions start from top. Higher priority to inner unions and lower priority to the outer unions. We can always check this union order in the manual, but it's nice to see it. It's nice to have it memorized. So, if I want to engage in the combat I actually want, I need to do the opposite. Move Yggdra all the way over there, and move Durant here. You can't have this fortress! Be gone! We won't leave until this fortress is raised! With that, I get the engagement I want. And of course, the Union Order influences the enemy as well. So the enemy also follows the same rules.
Get lost!
Quick win? High tech stat and high attack that will do that for you. That's why Milanor is the strongest unit to have right now. And he will continue to be the strongest unit he can be until the end of the game. He's simply the greatest of all time. And this time, we can actually deal quite some damage with her charge. The damage of each charge is randomized, so even low-tech units sometimes have strong charges.
Thank you, everyone.
But of course, tech stat is the most influential part of this calculation. With that, Durant should win against the Knight.
I challenge you!
Maybe I should not have gone aggressive with Yggdra, so that Durant will have a longer aggressive stage.
Stand your ground! Good!
A win is a win, nonetheless. You're kidding me! No way! Now, all we have to do is move right here in order to raise the fort. First, we'll get a new item. There's a book here. Imperial Warfare 1. It's a little too technical for me to understand though. And I'll end my turn. We can raise the fortress next time. This time, I actually want to pick the Revolution card. Move all the way over here with Milanor, I believe. Yes. And move Yggdra to F4 because they will be the ones heading the charge on the next phase. To the victor or to spoils. Strategy succeeded. Gain control of East Stronghold 2.
That's 2 for 2.
Good. The supplies here have been burnt to a crisp.
Princess, only one depot remains.
Haha, the heat is on.
Royal Army is here! Let's head them off! We must protect this place at all costs! If they take this depot, the Eastern Front is a lost cause!
Only one more depot remains.
Last one. Let's give them everything we've got.
Now, sadly, I won't be able to visit the villages because it's nighttime. But at the very least, I'll be able to vanguard the attack. Do I want to? Yes, I want to use the steel card. I want as much movement as possible. And I will actually be putting Yggdra right here. Yes, right there. Yggdra right here. You won't take us down so easily, kid. This guy's no joke like the others. Now, before I engage in combat, I want to configure the last thing I want to do. This right here. Show head's HP gauge. When turned on, the head's HP gauge is displayed during battle. What this means is that we will be able to see how narrow a win or a loss we have. And it will display the HP of the head, or which is most commonly the last unit standing. It's always the last unit standing. It's better to see than to talk about it.
Alright, here we go!
Down to 2, and see that deal bow down there? That is the head's HP. Once the knight adheres to the last unit, the head. That deal gauge is exactly how long it will take for me to win. On the left side, that is Mianor's
Lost!
HP. We will only decrease once he is the last man left standing. I want to go a bit passive. Because this is the bow unit, which are weak against the weapon triangle, but with +2 battle affinity, he's at 0, equal to Yggdra. And the reason why I want to go passive is because I want Durant to have enough strength to handle the knight in the next round. Gauge management is real. Not much damage, but that's fine.
I challenge you!
The real damage will be done by Durant. 4 gen, guys! That's why I unequip and equip Durant's Paladin Lance. The head of knight units is quite beefy. They are large after all. Out of the way! Never! We'll hold this ground with all of our strength! And once again, I can simply move Yggdra away in order to have her not be in the follow-up union. You can always press the Y button to see how the union will be once you move away. And this is exactly what I want. Because Durant and his 4 gen stat is very strong enough to withstand the charge of the bow unit.
I'm not going down!
He won't be able to counterattack. Actually, yes, I want to save a little bit for the end. 50% should be enough.
Get lost!
Down he goes. This is why I wanted the skill gauge, so that Durant can handle the bow unit more easily. Then again, he does have 3 attack stats compared to the Hunter's 1 attack stat. So this is not even a close fight. No, he won't end up with 2 HP. You can see the skill difference right there. Normal Yggdra Union does not have that head HP display. It was only added in the second game of the series called Base Union. But thankfully, in this remake for the Nintendo Switch, it was added. And I really like it. Being able to see the head's HP always is something you really want. Now then, I can pick any card I want, and this should fit in. Sanctuary? No. I want to train up Banish and Flame a little bit. Yeah, I'll go with Flame. First, let's visit the village. You a wanderer? I was thinking of doing that too. Life's pretty rough here. Here, have something for the road. Also, now that it's noontime, it's the perfect time to introduce this little thing that hunters have. In fact, all bow units have. A combat skill. Hunters are good against Griffin Riders. That's the first skill. Second one is Red Circle, Fun and Happy. And the last one is Forest Combat. Now, what does the Sun and Happy mean? Well, that little sun means noon. It is the noon combat skill. That means hunters are good at fighting at noon, and they will always be at +2 battle affinity. On a similar note, assassins, which we have not yet met, are good during night combat. All units have these day combat skills in order to compensate their disadvantage against their weapon triangle. Now then, we can simply end the map, and we'll see how strong a hunter can get.
Alright, here we go!
Low luck, high luck. I'm normally not a fan of critical hits, because I only like them when they happen to your opponent, not because when they happen to me. Down goes the garrison captain, and we get a real power against the hunter. Since I did not use any engage with Leonor, Durant decided to fight even against the hunter.
Stand your ground! Stand your ground!
The hunter at noon may be able to bring Durant down to 1. No, but it was close. Because bow units during their daytime combat are really strong. If they initiate combat against you when they have the advantage, it's pretty much guaranteed for you to lose. Thankfully, this is a defense map for them, so we're the ones who attack first, and we're the ones to win. With that, we can even visit the other village. We have the time. I do business with the nomads around here. Lately though, the war has scared off all my customers. They left their surplus goods behind with me. If you meet one, maybe he'll give you something too. Which was the goodwill which we got from this village. And we can simply end our turn and then the map next time. Except that first I want to visit all the way over here in order to get the last warfare manual. Someone left a book lying around. Imperial Warfare 3. It seems to be a volume of war tactics. Intrigue. And of course, Durant being the one who is quite literally a knight, is the one who can benefit the most out of those Imperial tactics. And right now, I will actually delay the map clear one more turn, because there is a very, very special item that you can get in this map that is extremely easy to miss. I want as much movement as possible because this is completely RNG. I failed. Reset all the way back. This item can only be found in grass tile. Come on. So I have to individually enter on each grass tile for Yggdra to find it. Because it can only be found by Yggdra. Man, I am unlucky today. Now, if you want to get all the items you can do that in one playthrough. It can only be done in multiple playthroughs because some items are exclusive to different paths or different item usages. There we go. What's this? 4-leaf clover. How rare! I wonder if I can make it into a lucky charm. Nice. That was the last item on this map, and if you want to know if you want a general guide for all the items, I will actually be linking the walkthrough I first used for this game down below. It still applies to the current game on the Nintendo Switch because not much has changed, and it will carry you through hard times. I promise you that one. I really like that guide. Shouts to Shadow Chaser for making it. Now, let's end the map. The spoils are all mine! Strategy succeeded. Gain control of each stronghold tree.
We did it! We smashed all the fortresses.
That's all of them?
Like that?
Good!
Oh man. Boosted luck on the unit with no luck. How unlucky. But we get a new card, which is the shield barrier. This is a very good card, a very strong card. Quite easily one of the best cards in the game.
Excellent work, Princess. This should prevent the Empire from operating in the east. You no longer have to fear attacks from Orlando.
Very good. Let us proceed to the sovereignty of Ambelia.
With that, Battlefield 4 is done. A little bit longer than I expected, but it's fine. That was it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.